Yeah. The Kings win 134 to 133. We are live. Welcome to the CK postgame show here on the Basketball Zone YouTube channel. What's up, y'all? Hopefully, y'all enjoyed that game. It was a barn burner of a game. That is a true definition of a barn burner, okay? Obviously, not the best defense, but who cares about that right now, man? The Kings won. The beam is lit, as you guys can see. The beam is lit. And we saw the Black Falcon raise his trade value. Even by a little bit, even by a 1%. That's a win because it was super low and it's still low. But you know what? It's rising. It's rising. I love it. I love it, man. And I know there are a lot of my media friends who said that, or I think it was Matt that said that something along the lines that I wouldn't mind keeping him. And I quoted the tweet right away and saying, man, I don't care if he scored 71 points. Guess what? You better trade the man because he's going through a nice little stretch, which we've seen for the last, I don't know how many years he's been on this team. He's been on the team for a long time. We've seen these stretches where he plays very well and he just completely disappears when you need him the most. Okay? And that's not a knock on him. That's just who he is. Just like he disappeared in the finals for the Golden State Warriors. They had to get rid of him and they upgraded the position. They went out and got KD. Okay? You still got to go out and improve that position. It's not a knock on him. I love HB, as I said on my reel on Instagram. The man is a consummate professional. He's not a scrub. The guy can hoop, but you just can't expect him to do it all the time. Okay? And a lot of this too has to do with Mike Brown in the playoffs not running plays for him. I would literally tweet out, hey, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, whoever was guarding him was barbecue chicken, and he showed that tonight. And he showed spurts of that, even in that game 7 when they needed HB, and I don't know why the hell they were playing TD. I mean, hope he gets better, hope he recovers from the Achilles, but that just shows the flaws in Mike Brown as a coach. And there were some flaws today as well. There's been some flaws all season long. Things that have shown up in his past that, as I told Tyson earlier, I said, just like players have bad habits, coaches have bad habits. And sometimes things never change. He's adapted very well, obviously. He's a great coach. But there are still things he does that concerns me. And he showed that in the playoffs, where he wasn't able to identify what the mismatches were, and he was playing the wrong people at the wrong times. Like, those are all things that stem from the past that you bring with you. Like, those are habits, things that you don't change about you, which again, we'll talk about. But he is a great coach of the year. But I don't put him in the Eric Spoelstra category. I don't put him in the Rick Carlisle category. He's not there for me. He's not in the Steve Kerr category. I don't care what Warrior fans say. Oh, I'm tired. Like, he's not in those conversations. He's a great coach, and the bar has been set so low for the Kings that any above average coach can come in here. I'm not calling him. I'm saying any other person can come in here and be like, damn, like that's good coaches. Because the Kings haven't seen good coaches, before Mike Brown. So for a long time, obviously you had Mike Malone, but I'm talking Mike Malone after that, like after Mike and before Mike, like we had Luke Walton and other guys. But what a night tonight. We'll talk about the trades. We'll talk about the entire game. I'm just babbling right now, but make sure you guys click the like button. We want to talk some trades. We want to talk about the game. How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. Hell of a game. And as I said, made some money tonight on the game. Couldn't be happier. Had the baby. Just put him to sleep. Mom's here now. Let's talk some basketball. Huge shout out to Medici Sacramento. Best spot to go before and after every single King game. Also, Butcher and Barrel, the hottest new steakhouse in Sacramento. Make sure you guys check them out, man. The Sacramento Shockers almost shocked again. Yeah. Last thing, Warriors have our number. What does Mike Brown do? HB needs to be traded tomorrow while he's still on fire. HB is legit. I've been telling you, Leo. Kings might strike out on the trade as a trade deadline. Kings don't want the deal because Vivek is cheap. Well, the Kings have been looking and they've been active in the trade market. They're going to make a move. Whether that be small or big, I don't know. But they're going to make a move. They have to make a move. They've been trying to make a move. Whether that comes to fruition or not, we'll see. You know, we'll talk Fox. I know Fox has been a hot commodity in the last few days because of everything that has transpired since that blowout against New Orleans at home. It was that Sunday matinee. And he didn't speak to the media since the 5th, I think, of January. You know, there's a lot of assumptions going on, whether it be personal or upset about some of the things that haven't happened. We'll soon find out. All that stuff eventually comes out. All I know is that even during this dry spell, he was still good enough for the Kings to win games, but it was the others who wouldn't show up. And that's what you can't have if you're the Sacramento Kings. You need the others, right? The Keegans, the Kevins, the HBs, the Maliks to be consistent. You don't need one of them. Like, you need all of them. Or you need a night from HB where you just go off with 39 and then the other ones. See what I'm saying? Like, it has to balance out to where you just can't have your two franchise corner pieces playing at a super elite level, because that's what Fox and Sabonis were doing before this little dry spell, and Sabonis has still been putting up great numbers. But even though he's gone through a cold spell, he's still an all-star this year. Like, he's still averaging 27, 28, and 6 assists. Like, those are still all-star numbers, you know? And that's the crazy part. Like, he was playing at such an insane level, at an MVP level, that even at his worst, it's balanced out to still being an all-star this season. And if you disagree, I don't really care what you think. Like, I'm going to down that hill. He's an all-star this year. He was so good that he's still so much better than everybody else. Like, he deserves to be there. He's going to be there. And if he's not, that's just a joke. But, you know, it is a popularity contest. It will come down to what have you done historically. And Steph, you can pretty much lock him in. People were thinking that he got snubbed from the starting lineup. And it's like, bro, like, Luka and SGA have been way better this year. Those two deserve to be in the starting lineup. Like, those two have been so elite all season long. So I'm just glad, even though Steph had more votes, that SGA playing in Oklahoma City with the new system, I guess, right, where the fan voting and there's this new system to where it's not just 100% solely fan voting anymore, which is good. And it gave a chance for SGA to start, which was the right thing, because I tell you what, if he didn't start, then that's where I think that De'Aaron might have not made it, because then you got to give the nod to SGA. You know, Ant's going to make it. You have to have one person from the T-Wolves. Ant's going to make it, right? And it may come down between Sabonis and Fox. Like, it really might. Y'all probably know that AD is going to make it just because of history and top 75 player and all those things. Like, all those things. And he's played very well. Like, let's not kid ourselves. AD's been really good. He's been healthy. You have to take that into account. You have to take that into account, right? But with that said, Fox should make it. Like, Fox Curry should make it. But we'll see. We'll see. Yes, Herb Jones would fit in perfectly, which again we'll talk about it later anyways. Yeah. It was a good night, yo. It was a good night. It's just so much to talk about. We can share the screen right now. Let's see. Okay. Let's change the screen real fast. Let's put the nice little camera on. There you go. Okay. Sabonis. Let's go over the box score. 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. My boy was 100% today. He had 8 rebounds, 13 assists, 1 block, 3 turnovers, plus 8 for the game, 18 points, 13 assists, 8 boards. That's crazy that he didn't crack 10 boards today. 35 minutes. There were some questionable calls, but at the end of the day, the Kings got the dub, 25-18. The Warriors are 19-23. And I'm going to say this real quick about Kuminga. He played 30 minutes and had 31 points. That's excellent. But the man shot 6 free throws. And again, I'm not saying they're not fouls because I do believe that they were all fouls. But it's crazy that a kid like him, who hasn't proven nothing, is doing the same thing that Fox is doing contact-wise, but yet Fox won't get those calls. Like on most nights, Fox draws all the contact in the world, right? And he will not get those calls. I just wanted to point that out because he is the one player, and the stats prove it. He attacks the basket at will, and he doesn't get any calls. And then we got Kuminga, who lost the ball, by the way, on that last possession. He lost the ball, and then he got the little high five from HB. Okay. The man was getting a ton of calls tonight, which, again, they were all fouls. I'm not going to say that they weren't fouls because they were fouls. But, yeah. I'm just shocked that he's getting these little bumps that, stars get. Like Steph got pushed more and didn't get more calls than Kuminga tonight. So it's just one of those funny things that I just observed. But again, shout out to Kuminga, man. He definitely deserves to play 30 minutes tonight. The guy's what they need. But for whatever reason, he's been in the doghouse in terms of not playing 30 a night. What's he averaging right now? He's averaging 23 a night. So he needs to play more. He obviously needs to play more. Guy's just a freak. Draymond Green off the bench, 31. I thought he was good tonight. He had 11 assists, 3 steals, a block. He was tough. I mean, he brought that energy, and it showed tonight, right? I really love what I saw from BP. I thought BP cried a lot. Pods cried a lot when he clearly fouled Sabonis. He clearly fouled. Who was it? It was Fox, right? It was Fox and somebody else. He clearly swiped at them, and he just starts complaining like, "Oh my gosh!" And then he looks at the jumbotron, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I fouled him." Like, bro, relax. It's okay. You fouled somebody. Raise your hand. I fouled him. That's it. Shut the hell up already. Shut up. Like, you fouled him. I hate seeing that, man. I hate seeing that. I get it. You're in the moment, but you grabbed the dude's hand, and yeah, you wanted to complain about it, bro. But I love his game. Though. Corey Joseph. I'm gonna say that I'm the biggest Corey Joseph hater in terms of his game from after his Spurs days and like all those, because that's when he was really good. But his jumper looks a lot better. His jumper looks smooth. Shout out to him. He's been working hard. That fade looks super clean too. So, I know he's a great human being. He has a lot of friends and family that are acquaintances with me, and he has a clean fade. That's dope. And again, the jumper looked a lot smoother. Wiggins, there's possibility maybe that the Kings go after him. Let me ask people in the comments below, and this is a trick question: is Wiggins an upgrade, even though he hasn't been the same since the finals? Is he an upgrade over HB? The answer is yes. I'm gonna answer before you guys do. The answer is yes, because I think that Mike Malone, that's funny. Mike Brown can get the best out of him, and and bring some of those moments back. He looked aggressive tonight. In 31 minutes, 6 of 8 from the field, 17 points, 4 assists. He had that huge defensive stop over HB in the post. They switched him off from Clay because Clay was getting destroyed by HB, which was nice to see because they were actually trusting him in the paint. HB has that in his game. I've been saying that for a long time. The fact that Coach Brown has acknowledged that he doesn't run plays for him, it's just one of those old school habitual knocks on him. You know what I mean? You have to run plays for a guy who is a bucket in HB. That's part of him being so passive as well. He just gets lost in motion. He just does cardio, a ton of cardio, right? Get him involved. That's your job as a head coach, right? To put your best players in the right situations to succeed. And on so many nights, we don't see that. And it bugs me, it frustrates me. And Coach Brown, let's be honest, he's the worst challenger in the entire NBA. Like, he's just awful at, like, why was he challenging that on Kuminga? Sabonis clearly fouled him in midair. He turned left. Like, bro, why are you challenging that? And that wasn't the most egregious. There's been some egregious ones all season long. But and again, I'm going to continue to point things out. And it's one of those things where HB is who he is, but at the same time, he could be a little bit better if you actually ran things for him, specifically for him, where you want to get him involved, where he just doesn't have a good first quarter and disappears because you decide to just run your DHO actions, swing the ball around, and the guy's just doing cardio. Like, 85% is on HB, right? I'm not going to put all the blame on MB, but you, as a coach, you can make his life easier. And the last 2 games have proven that he can get you at least 14 points a game, and he's averaging, 10, 11 points a game this year. That would make a substantial difference, and it would help you win at least 2 more games this year if he's averaging 14, 15 points a game. And that's just the truth, right? Like, you've lost 2 games where you gave up, where if he had, 3, 4, 5 more points, you win those games. It's just one of those things, man. Like, you just got to do a better job of including your players and just getting them involved. Especially a guy who was a starter, especially a guy who's playing 30 minutes a night. Like, you got to get those guys involved. Do better in that end. 40 minutes a night, 39 points, 4 4 from the free. Another perfect night, right, from the free throw line. 7 to 12 from beyond the arc. Just an exceptional game from him. Trade value going a little bit up. As I said, it's been so low that it's going a little bit up. You know, would you guys trade him straight up for Wiggins? Let's talk about it. I would. Keegan Murray tonight, he had some timely 3-point shot. He only made 2 of them, but those 2, okay, they were timely. 2 from the free throw. That's huge. 14 points, exceptional defense all night long. He did his best on Steph, even though Steph put 33, but he did a great job. 6 rebounds. He contributed in different ways. He had 2 blocks, 2 huge blocks. That's huge. Kevin Huerter tonight, big time pass to Sabonis to take the lead, right? 12 points. He had, 4 assists. That was a huge assist. 10 rebounds, contributing in different ways, impacting the game in different ways. Exceptional game from Kevin Huerter, who played 33 minutes tonight. Starters played big-time minutes, man. They were all really good tonight. Let's talk about De'Aaron Fox. 36 minutes tonight, 9-16, 3-7 from beyond the arc, 8 of 8. That's the number that I love the most. 8 of 8, y'all. Perfect. You got to love it. You got to love it. 29 points, 5 assists, a rebound, a turnover, and a block. Exceptional from the free throw line. I love to see it, y'all. Kevin was 1 of 3. He needed to make those free throws. Damn near choked the game away again, but he had a big pass. Like, that was huge. But shout out to Keegan Murray, who continued crashing the boards and just giving the Kings life. Good stuff there. Damn, like Kevin literally almost gave up the game again. But you know what? Again, exceptional game. I don't want to just hang on that specifically. Let me see what you guys have said. El Lobo, you're wrong. Caruso, Levine to the Kings, Fox to the Lakers, and Christmas. What? I apologize for this ignorance. Ignorance. He is nice, but when starting jumping around, out. HP value going up. Let's not get carried away. It's not rocketing up. It's slightly going up. Corey hitting those threes. Straight HP now. His value has gone up. Kojo lost his post moves. I mean, he ain't doing that on the Warriors. Wiggins is a huge guy. HP is not better. Sure, look at Barnes lately. Stop. We can't. Please, Kings fans, do not fall for this again. I plead you, do not fall for this again. Do not be complacent. Do not allow this to change your mind for an entire season of donuts. Do not allow 2 exceptional games to wipe the past. That's not how this works, okay? That's not how this works. Oh my gosh, please do not do this. For whatever reason, I'd rather have Kuzma than Wiggins. That's fair. I'm not opposed to. I need an improvement at that position. So if it's Kuzma, Grant, Wiggins, either of those guys to me is a clear, conclusive improvement. Okay, I don't care what HB. If HB scores 71 tomorrow, I'm gonna trade him for either of those guys. 1,000%. Malik for Caruso. No. Try and get Caruso a different way. But I do want Caruso on this team. Amount of fouls on Sabonis. Malik gonna get the bag. Impossible to keep him. Lies again. Yes, it is possible. Very possible to keep him. He's not gonna make more than like the Kings can pay him anywhere from 17 to 20 million, which is what he's gonna get easily. Mike Brown finally saw that Keegan isn't a go-to guy from the offense yet. Give him a season or 2 more. Yeah, I mean he's shown flashes, but he's really focused on his defense, which exerts a lot of energy, right? It's not easy playing both ends on an elite level. Very few do it. At the same rate, it's on the coach to make his players the best they could be. Malik sometimes plays like a wild chicken with his head ripped off. Keegan did a great job on Steph. Big time. Yeah, I mean, that was tough. People were choking. Again, if you guys want to call in, we'd love to hear you guys' call in. Right. I'm going to put it in the description. Would love to talk to you guys before I bring in some people. Oh, hell no, I agree with you. Trade him. Thank you. My problem is coaching. Don't accept it. Don't accept in the win what you wouldn't in defeat. Aaron Wiggins, not Andrew Wiggins. There is something up with Wiggins. Yeah, I'm gonna trade HB for Wiggins. If that deal is on the table, I'm gonna trade HB for Wiggins. Stop. Ajay Malik for Caruso. It's risky to lose Malik for nothing. You're not gonna lose Malik, bro. Like you have his bird rights. Like you're going to sign Malik. If you don't trade him, you're going to sign him. That is a fact. He ain't going nowhere. He's staying with Fox. I tell you that much. Like he's staying with De'Aaron. But yes, who else? Let's Trey Lyles, right? The Kings went small night. The bigs didn't play today. No JaVale, no Alex Len. Also, El Lobo, can you be consistent and give De'Aaron Fox his flowers? He was exceptional tonight, bro. Like, you can't lie. 29 points, 8 away from the free throw line. Had great moments offensively as well. Had some bad moments offensively as well where he just fell asleep, but he fell asleep because he was exerting so much energy on offense. It's not. I feel like everybody, Steph Curry puts everybody to sleep because he just runs so much. To be fair, and then, you see what I did there? Being 1000% transparent. Yes, he fell asleep on some assignments. Yes, he had good moments. Yes, he had 29 points. And yes, he had a great overall game. That's what he had today. Okay? Like, that's what he had today. I mean, that's just what he had today. Let's be fair about things. Duarte for Seti. That doesn't move the needle for me, bro. Like we gotta stop doing these like little miniature trades. Like this ain't miniature golf, bro. Like we're not going to tipsy put and being like, oh well, this team's gonna get better. Like no, like go out and get yourself an improvement on this roster in your starting five. Go out, please make a move that's gonna drastically make you better, or at least give you a chance in theory. Again, sometimes players come in here and they don't shoot the way they should. They go through cold spells. So if you go and you get a Finney Smith and he doesn't shoot the way he's been shooting, at least you know he's going to give you some production defensively. It's those things that people have to realize. Again, yes, he hasn't always been, great offensively. Yes, he's going to disappear. But that's okay because you have other guys that can score. At least he's going to give you the length that you have badly needed for such a long time. That's the pros of having guys who can defend. It's something that the Kings don't have much of. What's up, brother? How you doing? Happy birthday from 2 weeks ago, from a week ago. They won today. I don't know if that makes you feel any better. Oh, you're muted. You're muted. Unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself. It says guest has muted themselves. There you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like shit, but
really?
Yeah, it's like noisy. El Lobo, yes, Fox played well overall. Yeah, let's give his flowers, man. Let's give a round of applause, man. Let's give a round of applause, yeah. El Lobo is the biggest Fox hater. He literally messages me every single night saying that they should trade him for Mikal Bridges or they should trade him for somebody.
Oh my
it's just one of those things, man, where he gets upset and he's emotional. It's an emotional roller coaster for GL Lobo every single night. But again, it's okay. We're all about consistency, right? Let's look at Fox's numbers after tonight. So he's at 27.4. I don't think that's updated, but that'll probably be like 27.6. So let's just round that up to 28. So 28 points, 5.5 assists, 4 rebounds. That's an all-star. I'm just saying. That's an all-star. But, yeah. What were your thoughts tonight, man?
Entertaining game. Had you on your seat every minute. Gamer runs. And HB is up in that trade value heavy, along with Davion.
I wouldn't say heavy, but I would say it's like super below average. It's not trash no more. It's like super below average. You know what I mean?
Now it's like it was a negative asset to now it's like a tradable asset.
I wouldn't say that either, but I mean that's what 2 games does for Kings fans. Like we're trying to convince ourselves in our mind, like
national TV with a national audience, and now it's like
that's okay. True. So some other fans from a different team might buy into, oh well, that HB look good. Like we can get the best out of HB type of perception, right? That's what you're selling. Whoever trades for the man, would you trade him straight up for Wiggins? Yes.
But that doesn't. You'd have to add Davion.
No, I think it actually works out, and I have no idea why.
$33 million to 18.
Someone told me that. They could be wrong though. Let me see. let's look at this real fast. Trade to the Warriors. 24 million.
He's only making 24.
Trade. It works. Look at that. I told you.
Wiggins' number must go up, but that's crazy.
So we definitely doing this.
Question is, would they do that?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna say this. I believe Wiggins, just because he hasn't been the same player since the NBA Finals, whatever he went through personally really affected him. But I'm also going to say the fact that Klay Thompson still thinks he's Klay Thompson has really impacted the way Wiggins plays and the way the overall team plays. So the fact that he's still there doing all these stupid things that he no longer can do. I mean, we saw it tonight where he had that fadeaway where he traveled, but he still faded away. He's just so slow to things. And Wig is like, why are they running plays for him? And yet sometimes, again, Wiggins also gets lost in the dance, and he does a lot of cardio too. But tonight, both Wiggins and HB were ultra aggressive. And I just think that because he is a little bit younger, more explosive, more athletic, better defender. You can get the best out of him.
Yeah, I mean, and Mike Brown Mike Brown would know that more than any of us. I mean,
exactly.
He saw that.
Wiggins goes up to 30, and it's okay. It's okay. Like, I'm trying to win now, and if you get finals Wiggins on this team, what you think is going to happen?
I mean, yeah, just look 2 years ago. I mean, he arguably should have been Finals MVP.
They don't win without Wiggins.
I mean, he was averaging like 28 in the finals.
And he was clamping him. He was clamping JT. So, yeah, I mean, I'm doing it. Yes, he's an all-star level player. I have him on the same tier as Randall. Jeez. He says that he's a 6'3" Julius Randle, which he tells me this every night.
Fox?
Yeah. Can you please tell him? That's an insult. That's an insult to the fire. That's an insult to the fire.
A 6'3" Julius Randle?
He says that every exactly. That's why the comparison, besides the whole Kentucky connection, the comparison makes zero sense. And the fact that they're left-handed. Yeah.
Just watch Julius Randle play, and you'll see how much you'll hate him more.
Like, even on Fox's worst day, he's better than Julius Randle.
Without question.
I mean, even through this slump, he's better than Julius Randle.
You can just back off and he's nothing. He's not.
They've been trying to get rid of him for so long. They just ain't nobody want him.
If the Knicks could trade Randle straight up for DeJounte Murray right now, they would do it.
Who?
If the Knicks could trade Randle straight up for DeJounte, they would do it.
1,000%. I spoke with the Warrior fans. They wanted the trade. Yeah, I really feel that Wiggins is at the same perception level to Warrior fans the way HB is to Kings fans. That is the one trade that makes the most sense, where it's just a straight up deal, clean slate for both guys. If you get both of these versions right from tonight, these aggressive versions, then both teams win. Clear the deck, man. Both guys are on 3-year deals, I think, right? They got
I think Wiggins
4 years.
Have an extra year.
Yeah, it's fine. You can never have too many 6'7", 6'8" guys.
And they've got Moses Moody in the complete doghouse. I mean,
that's crazy.
He's just Kojo's getting minutes over him.
That's crazy.
Are we serious?
How about add him to the trade, and we'll add Davion to the trade. So you go back on in time, and you draft the guy that you should have drafted. And
you could have second round picks or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about Moody's a more negative asset than.
Well, he's not negative to the league. He's for whatever reason he's just negative to the Warriors. But if they want second round picks, I'm gonna add him.
Oh,
I believe in Moses Moody. I believe Moses Moody would start on the Kings. So this is what I would do. Okay,
he has the same archetype as Wiggins.
I would trade Kevin. Like if you if you want to go all defense, you start him at. I mean, he's really shooting guard, small forward, right? Like you start Moses with him, or you just bring him off the bench if you get tired. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like you go crazy with it. You go Fox, Moody, Wiggins, Keegan, and Sabonis.
Yeah, I mean, your length and size,
Just got better.
your athleticism just gets better. I mean,
So
that
so
should.
let's so let's see if that adjust it. So let's adjust this one real fast. Let's add the Steph Curry stopper. Uh and we add Moses Moody. He only makes 4?
Yeah, because he's only second year.
No, but they're the same year. Oh,
Like
so
that third.
he makes 5. Okay. I don't know why I thought David made 9. And then you add 2024 second unprotected, and I'll give him a second. 2026. Let's see if this works. Successful, baby. Let's get it done, yo. Let's get this deal done tomorrow. Tonight at midnight. Yeah, y'all got what you wanted to see, man. We got a big game from HB. We had a good game from Andrew. Let's get this deal done. Comment down below if you guys love the deal. Yes, hell yes. All these things, man. Let's go. Is there another trade that you like? Obviously, we did this last time. How before trades? Is there anything else that you observed from tonight's game besides not making the same bets that I made? Because I bet the Warriors plus 4.5 and the Kings minus 2.5 at the half.
Uh, I mean, I thought Davion was really good in 15
He was.
minutes.
He was.
I mean, shot his three with confidence. I thought he was really good on defense too.
You
Just
were
the
mad
case.
that that they didn't play a big tonight, right?
I was mad because I was watching Monk struggle with the space, and how many turnovers did Monk have? He had three, and it was like, yeah, I'm cool with playing like Lyles at the five and going pick and pop, but like you take away Monk's driving ability when you do that instantly, and you saw what happens. Like he got caught like in the air a bunch of times because he's like
He
he's
adjusted though after that, and once you text me that, I'm like, okay, is Monk smart enough to realize that he doesn't have a roller anymore? And I felt like he adjusted real quick, and that was good to see because then he was more under control as opposed to like giving up that dribble or getting caught in the air the way he was, right?
yeah, because it was a lot easier to speed him up when he has no one putting pressure on the basket with him. But he's a good enough passer to recognize what's going on.
I'd still love to get Jonathan Isaac,
Oh,
1,000%.
I would. Yeah. Can we make that happen?
So Jonathan, I would love Bones Highland as a backup to Fox and Malik. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
I mean, I said that last year.
Yep. Yep. Uh, Wiggs and Moody, the Wiggins and Moody, the guys that Kerr hates for whatever reason, for the guys Brown hates. Hey, there's a lot. Make it happen tonight, baby. And then after this, that actually makes sense because there is a deal with Orlando. So you make this deal, right? So let's go. Let's go, fans, Poe.
Thing with
Fans, Poe. Watch the Magic. So there is a deal. The Magic are very interested in Kevin Huerter, which is good because that's a guy that at this point, once you make this deal, you have to trade him at this point, right? um, you go to the
I
Magic,
think straight up that works.
Isaac. So let's check this out. Trade to the Kings. Okay. Trade to the Magic. They give us a 2000. No.
They got to give us at least a second.
I'm saying give us a 2024 Let me see. Lottery
Lock.
protected. Okay. Trade to the Kings.
If
And
you give up
then let's see. What are we
Sasha,
at? 17. Done. The Kings get Isaac. They get a first round pick. And they get Kevin Herter, which they need a lot of shooting on that team because they got nobody to knock down shots. And they got the horses. They got the length. They got the size.
they
They
have
just
the slashing. They have zero spacing.
need Kevin now. Like this is, and if you want to adjust some things, um, people were saying Gary Harris, but then this will complicate things. Which
Then you'd have to add like Sasha to match that back.
right, so I wouldn't mind Gary. Me
I
personally,
I can't have. I don't mind Gary as a player, but like I can't trade for two guys who are on the shelf historically. Like Harris is more injury prone than Isaac, arguably.
ain't nobody more injury prone than Jonathan Isaac. You know what I mean? Like that guy is like the most injury prone we've seen in a long time.
When he, yeah, because the Magic are only playing him in like 10 minutes, like 12 minutes a night. But when he plays,
So can you do this then? Can you do 30? See that don't work at that point because now you got 30.
like Harris makes way too much.
Yeah, 30.
Is there someone else on the Magic?
So the Kings got to give up somebody, right? 15. Yeah.
What if? Who
Let
else
me
is
see.
deep on the Magic bench? What if you go Okiki instead of Harris?
They like him a lot. He's been playing a lot more. But I mean, but I
Who
would love that.
who
Um,
else is deep on their bench?
Kobe. Yeah, like I don't see who you trade really. Like we can
Yeah,
try
Harris
it
they
though.
probably would want to get rid of.
Yeah, so we can't take that much back. Um, yeah, so let's just go back and undo, undo. And let's just keep it at that. Right. So we got two deals here. We'll go this deal first. So who starts for you?
Well, if Kevin's off, then you got to start. Well, well, are we going with the you should start Monk in this situation? Because
Hmm.
I don't know if you just throw Moody in the starting lineup when he hasn't even played. But
Is there
Wiggins is
another move that you make then? Like, is there still enough for you to go and get? Let me see. Uh, he said
so
He said the Clippers, right? Let me see.
so you lose Davion. So I guess could you get like Sasha in like 2 seconds for Bones?
Who besides Bones? Who's another guy that besides Tyus and Bones? That's realistic. Let me see.
As a backup guard.
Yeah, as a backup guard.
Mm,
Oh, the Lakers have one. This man right here, Gabe.
oof.
I I think Gabe would do amazing. Like
I just don't know what is he injured? What's his injury?
I don't know what it is. Let's see. I mean, but Gabe Vincent.
Because Brozer hasn't even played this year.
So let's. Gabe Vincent viewed as a negative asset around the NBA due to multiple factors. What are those factors? Okay. He's definitely viewed as a negative asset right now around the league because he's been hurt and he hasn't been able to show if he can fit with the Lakers or not. Michael Scuttle said there's also always a stigma that Miami Hero players are not as good elsewhere, with the exception of Max Strus and the way he's played for Cleveland. Vincent hasn't played for the Lakers over a month. His most recent appearance was the Bulls on the 20th when he finished with 3 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound, 14 points, and 5 appearances. So is he playing now? Like is he not injured
No, he's out.
with the injury?
I didn't even know he played on December.
That's what I'm saying. So he's not hurt.
Well, he didn't. Why would he? He's
Trust me.
definitely hurt. They'd be playing him. You got
Point
Max.
point is point is he's probably good to go. He has his connections to Gus Armstead here, the guy that trains him, who was the father of, you know, Armstead from the Niners. It makes too much sense for him to come back home, Stockton kid, right? Went to St. Mary's High School. The perfect comeback story. And no disrespect to Jordan Ford, but Gabe Vincent is a lot better than him. And Gabe Vincent is a real player. He showed that with the. I don't care what the hell this dude, whatever,
That's complete.
Scotto said. I don't care what Scotto said. If this man is healthy, not many people are good on the Lakers for a lot of reasons, but I would love to have me.
He's just tough-minded. I mean,
He's just tough like that. He comes in, he gives you everything he has, doesn't take shit for granted, pressures the ball. Then you start Malik, right? Because then you got Gabe and Moses coming off your bench. Let me see. So Gabe making 10. That's not a negative asset, bro. I mean, I don't care what the $10 million for a guy who you know what you're gonna get every single night. That's crazy. I'm willing to give him Chris Duarte, which could make sense there, honestly. What's that make? And then Sasha. What does that put him at? 10. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, yo. We just got Gabe Vincent, Jonathan Isaac, a first-round pick, Andrew Wiggins, and Moses Moody. Let me know in the comments below if you like what we are doing with this. Would this roster make it to the Western Conference Finals?
it's for sure making it to the second round.
Okay.
Depends on if those role players hit it off, I would say so.
If you get Tari Eason, we gonna build a damn statue for Ryan McNair. I mean, I'm gonna personally build the statue for him. Like,
I mean, Tari Eason is what Isaac. I mean, like they're similar.
And he's younger and he's not injury prone. Well, he's not Isaac prone. You're not getting Tari for HB. I'm sorry. No.
The Kings should have traded a first and drafted him 2 years ago.
Finney Smith straight up for Harrison Barnes with Brooklyn absorbed that contract. I kind of rather get Wiggins, honestly, in a weird way. I know I've been talking up DFS, but like, I like the idea of Wiggins on this team. I don't. Something tells me that Coach Brown can, because there's a version that's unlocked there that
and he's seen it.
That DFS will like never reach, right? As good as he is as a role player, he'll never be Wiggins. But maybe he's better than Wiggins when Wiggins is not all the way there. So it's like, are you gonna bet for up here, or are you gonna just be like, how much? You know what I mean? Like it's interesting.
What are your thoughts on? I know he was a King before and he was awful, but what are your thoughts on Alec Burks?
Come off your bench.
I mean, that dude is a pure hooper.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just think, I mean, what's his defense look like? I haven't watched much of him play in terms of his defense. Everybody sucks on that team, so.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's not great.
Chicago wants maybe Orlando are the only teams that want to dance with the Kings. Why the hell would anyone want Bones? He's about to be out the league. This is a great game, Leo. Yes, it was. Lakers, that's a lie. I just read that he's a negative asset, so the Lakers are willing to give up.
What?
What about Quentin Grimes? Quentin Grimes is a nice one. We talked about that on the last show.
Yeah, that he's just going to be hard to get because they're trying
Yeah.
to package him to get something even better.
Alec Burks hates Sacramento. He sucked with us all the way around. Alec Burks.
I mean, but there's a different. Those days where Alec Burks was here, it was not good.
It
At
was
least
terrible.
you have a coach who can probably. I mean, if you can't play for Coach Brown, I don't know. I don't know what your problem is.
So what do you guys think, man? Again, we've made 3 deals. We got Gabe Vincent, we got Jonathan Isaac, a first round pick, Andrew Wiggins, Moses Moody. This is revamping the roster, in my opinion. This
These are
is
like if you can't get like Grant,
yeah. I
which at this point you're not getting because Portland's not. They're in no rush to get rid of him unless they get something that they just can't turn down.
Portland is in an interesting situation, right?
They'll give Brogdon probably for a first and
Yes.
somebody else, but they're not giving Grant. Grant, you probably need to give up 2 firsts and somebody good.
One, because he is on a big contract, but he's on a long contract. Which, if you're a small market team trading for a guy, you kind of want him because that's essentially what you're gonna sign for anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, his numbers going up.
Moody would be. I agree. Moody would be awesome. Like that kid can play. And to be fair, Golden State on the edges, they have a lot of talent, right? I love Pods, and he showed it tonight again. Like Pods is a hooper, so that's a major reason why. Also, he's not like they have a lot of young talent, and it's just weird. I just feel like they honestly just got to get rid of Clay, get rid of Draymond, Wiggins, bring some other role players, and start playing these young cats. Like if that's a direction I would go in if I were them. But if you're gonna give me Moody, I'm gonna be ecstatic about it. Like that's I I'm just a big Moody fan, and again disappointed that they should have had him. Right. New Orleans though is another situation where what if you go and get Murphy? Like that's another Moody to obviously older than Moody,
I don't.
but
I don't.
but
He would be nice, but I don't think the Pelicans are doing anything.
I think they're gonna get rid of one of them.
It better be for like if you're gonna get rid of Murphy or Dyson, it better be for someone
No,
that's
not Dyson's gonna be untouchable. I'm saying Murphy or what's his name?
Herb.
Herb.
Oh, then it's Murphy for sure. But I like why would you get rid of Murphy? Like he's like one of your best bench assets.
Because you drafted a very good shooting guard who has taken his spot. Let's be honest.
The Pelicans have just hit. I mean, they just hit. That's a good problem to have if I'm them.
Right.
I mean,
Like someone's gonna get like Murphy is what Duarte is to the Pacers, right? Where he had a great rookie year, he got
I
injured.
think Murphy's a lot better.
I'm saying in terms of situation where he had a great rookie year, he got injured, Murphy got injured, and then you draft Hawkins, and they drafted Mathurin, and they drafted the other kid too. What's his name? The point guard, shooting guard.
The Pelicans?
No, the Pacers. Fuck, I always forget his name. He's playing for Tyrese right now.
Oh, Nembhard.
Nembar. So you draft Nembar, you draft Mathurin, and now you're on the outside looking in because you got hurt. You can't find your rhythm. Same thing's happening with Murphy where he's getting DMPs at times, where he knew that they drafted Hawkins, right? And you got Herb. Like there's only so many. Think about it. Bi Herb. You
I
know
mean, if Murphy's a, I
Dyson.
agree, but if Murphy, who's a 6'10" shooter, who is like a vicious closeout, like if you close out on him, he's dunking on you. Like if that's somehow available,
Well, let's see.
that would be like to me. I'm getting him over Moody.
I don't know. I'm not as high as I think they're equally as talented. I think Moody might be a little bit more talented. He's also a lot younger. But let's see.
I
I
mean,
would love both,
we've
but
watched Murphy just kill the Kings.
yeah, I mean everybody kills the Kings though.
A 6'10" athletic,
Six
like,
eight, 6'8".
oh, yeah, with that wingspan.
Yeah, he has a long ass wingspan. So he's 23 years old.
But he's athletic as hell. Like,
Let's see.
he puts it on the floor and he's like rising on people.
How old is Moody then? He's 23. Then what's Moody?
Murphy.
He's 21 years old. He's 2 years. So Murphy's 2 years older than him. Okay. So you go Murphy, trade to the Kings. What do you give him up, man? What do you realistically like?
I
What
mean,
what's
we're gonna have to give up some of the stuff we already gave up, which, like,
so? Do you trade a first round pick for him?
straight up.
I'm just saying, like, so
Like, if
do
you can't,
so do
like,
you feel in?
would you do like Kobe in a first?
Yeah, but I would rather do
No,
Kessler.
I mean Kobe's. We're acting like Murphy's like hasn't proved anything though.
So let's just hypothetically give him the 20. What is it, 26?
Or you could give him 28.
Do you give him a first round pick though?
You have to because you've already traded all your other like decent people. Like,
Yeah, so it'd be a first round pick, Kessler.
unless you trade like you take back like the Kevin Herter trade and then trade him straight up there.
Mm.
Murphy makes nothing. Like,
I would trade
he's on.
Duarte for Korkmaz. I like the idea of dumping Barnes' contract for Aaron Wiggins from OKC and getting Jeff Green from Houston for tons. Hell no. Would y'all consider these two moves if they happen together? Herter, HB, first round pick for Levine, Davion, Duarte, Sasha for Finney Smith. I don't want Levine, bro, so no.
I'm not giving up any picks for Levine.
Mitch, look, can we talk about the All Star game? You have a guy that just became the All Star double double leader in Sacramento and passed Oscar Robertson tonight. How is he not getting more All Star love? It's just because you have guys like I said, man. AD has been really good this year. He's been healthy. Like you got to give the nod to him just because he's in LA and he's AD. That's just the reality of it. Like I'm sorry, but
And LeBron's always gonna be. It's just the front court. I mean, Sabonis. It should be him and AD for sure as the bigs, but
so who else? So what are
you have
the
to have you have to have two front court players on your bench. It should be him and AD.
okay
End of story.
NBA All Stars? Is there a way to like look at the list of people?
Uh,
No, right? No, because think about it. Front court means forwards too, bro. KD's gonna make it.
KD's already a starter though.
Is he a starter?
Yeah, there's no other front court player in either. There's no even forward in
Okay,
the.
so he's a starter. Let's see.
Like, just look, if you think about the teams in the West, I'm looking right now. Like, are you gonna choose Cat over him? Are you
What's
gonna
Cat
choose
averaging?
Gobert over him?
I mean, do
Like,
you have two All Stars? Because Ant's a lock, right? So Do you give 2 All-Stars to the Wolves, or you give to? Let's be honest. Or do you give 2 All?
They're gonna give them two, and it's gonna be one of Cat or Rudy probably.
So so Fox is not making it, is what you're saying. So
Well,
there's 12
it
guys.
depends on
Wait.
it
So
depends on
so
if you
so
give
there's
the
12
Clippers two.
guys,
In my
right? Right. So Kawhi's a lock. Paul George is a lock.
I don't. Is he a lock though?
Yes. They're gonna give him 2.
So the Suns got to have Booker in there, right? Even though he's been injured a lot.
Jesus Christ, he better not make it. I'm sorry, but he better not. I'm not
The
counting Booker.
Pelicans have been good, but like their two guys have not that would make it have not played at all.
So there's what? How many spots are there? 7?
Or 12
Right?
reserves.
No, 12 total, bro. There's already 5.
Why? I thought there was more than that. No, there's got to be more than that, bro. No way.
No. All-Star. There's 12 people, I think.
I'm looking it up. 14.
There's
Look at
14
this.
people now? Did they move it up this year to 14?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cuz it's not been 14. You sure?
That's what it. Hold on.
Let me see. Can someone
Yeah,
tell
that's
us
what
where the hell we can find this
That's
information?
what it's saying. Let me. The 14 reserves join the starters as all stars. Team LeBron and Giannis will be drafted before the game.
No, bro. 14 reserves. Like, there's no 14 reserves for like both conferences. Yeah, so that's 7 and 7. You get it?
I'm looking last year who made it. George, SGA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're right. 7 for each.
So it's 12.
Per
Yes.
team.
So it's no. So it's 12 total on both. So it's 24 All Stars.
Yeah.
Right here.
So okay, if we go, so if you add Ant and Fox is going to be out unless someone gets hurt
Yeah. See, that's not
because
unfortunate part.
they're going to choose Ant and Book over Fox.
But you can't choose Book over Fox. Like it's gonna be Steph. The only person is Steph and Ant.
And then you have if you give like. So this is how it's gonna the Mavericks. Kyrie can't be one. Even hurt. Hell no.
Oh wait. There are 30 NBA coaches select the 14 reserves. Yeah. So 14 for each conferences, right?
Yeah.
Voting 2 guards, 3 front court players, and 2 players at any position in the respective conferences. Okay, so that's 2 plus
where
3
he
is
would have to
5,
get in.
7. So I was right the whole time. It was 7 players. Okay, so who are your first 2 guards? Let's be honest. It's gonna be
Steph has to be one.
Steph and Ant, right? Those are locks.
Okay.
Okay,
And then
that's 2
front
guards,
court
3 front court. AD.
has to Kawhi.
So yeah,
And
Kawhi.
then are you giving the this is where are you giving the Timberwolves the third guy or not? Or
No,
second
you're
guy?
not. You're not. You're not.
And
So
it has to be Sabonis there.
no, Paul George.
If they give Paul George over Sabonis, there's no.
Bro, this is a popularity contest. Yes.
That's like saying giving Booker over Fox.
Okay, so you got AD is a lock.
Kawhi's a lock.
Kawhi's a lock. So you
Steph's
got
a lock.
Steph and Ant. That's 5. I'm just saying right here, 2 guards, Ant, Steph. That's not debatable. That's what's gonna happen. Okay.
And then 3 front courts: Kawhi, AD, and who else?
Okay, so let's leave that, and then you got 2 positions at any position.
That's where Sabonis has to be in a minimum.
So wait, okay. So you're saying Sabonis over Fox 1,000%?
Sabonis has a better chance.
So would it be crazy that both the Kings players get?
Because this is what happened last year. The two what do you call it? The
Let me
two
see.
position players at any position was Jaren Jackson and Sabonis.
Oh yeah, that was
Those were the
fucking bullshit. Paul George, okay. Paul George has played. I think he's better this year.
I
He's
need to
played
pull
40
up.
games this year, bro. He's averaging 23, 5, and 4. And they're winning.
Yeah, but okay. I
I'm
mean,
just saying, like, perceptionally speaking,
I
I
get
don't
it. I get it.
I don't disagree. I think Sabonis should be that third player, but for whatever reason,
But even if you put Paul George there, Sabonis is gonna make. He has to get one of the
okay. So
next two
okay,
spots.
so let's go back then.
My
Um,
thing is, if they include Booker or Cat, that's gonna throw everything off.
yes, that would fuck up the whole thing. So
Because if they put
we
one of those
got
in, the
Ant.
Kings are
Okay, so let's
zero.
go Ant, and
Kawhi
Steph.
AD,
Okay, then we got Kawhi, AD, and
Paul George.
Sabonis. No, Paul George. You're right. Paul George, Kawhi, and AD. Then you got Sabonis, who's the lock. Who's that last player? So the last player is gonna come down between Fox, Cat,
Booker, Cat,
Booker.
and I don't think you can. I don't think Zion has not been like you. Would you Zion
Oh,
Markkinen?
what about Ingram?
Nah, I've just checked. He not been good. Not like that this year.
40 games.
That's
Ooh.
but 21, 4 and 5 is not enough.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
mean Fox. That's what Fox is averaging. Fox is averaging 27, 4, and 6.
Yeah, so that's no chance.
Yeah, man. I think you got to give it to Fox. Honestly.
But someone's gonna get hurt. Like one of these guys we're talking about is not gonna make it because you just know that's gonna happen.
No, I'm just saying. Realistically speaking, who, who deserves that last spot over Cat? So Cat's averaging.
No, Booker I would choose over Cat.
Well, let's
Or
see.
what? There's people saying that Gobert should get it over
So
Cat.
23 and 9, and they're winning. So the Kings are
And,
winning.
and Gobert's averaging like 15, 13, and 3 blocks.
Jesus. So do you have Gobert over Fox?
No, I would think they would choose Booker over both.
Why is Booker playing?
That's perception also.
Has he played enough?
Uh,
He's played 35 games,
35.
bro. That's
He's he's missed like 8.
He has been pretty good though. But like,
But if you take away that 50-point game and the 48 point or whatever, like that's like 23 points.
no, but this is literally Fox's numbers. See what I'm
Right. I
saying?
mean he beat him out. He beat him out last year.
Like, let me see. Let's go side to side because that's insane. So we're doing
If Kyrie was healthy, he would make it, but he's not.
27 4. Look at this. 27, 27 4 7, 27
And
4 6.
Fox has beaten him multiple times.
36 games. 30. Oh shit. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna come down between Booker and Fox.
Or is Markkinen a question? Because he's made it. He made it last year too.
No, so it's gonna come between Rudy, Booker, and Fox for the last spot. That's interesting. That's interesting for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Paul George gets hurt, and then it's an automatic.
Yeah, but you don't want to bank on guys getting hurt. Like you want to be voted in as the reserve, right? And
Right.
I think so. All three guys,
The West is just so much tougher than the East.
that and the fact that they should extend it to 14 to 9
Yeah,
to
like
9
have 2 more spots.
have two more spots. If you have two more spots, we're not having this conversation anymore, and we're legitimately saying Fox, Booker, and Rudy get to get in the game. Like
I
that's
mean, yeah, because the two starters in the East. I mean, you could just put any one of these guards we're talking about now, and they'd start in the East. So
Damian Lillard would not make it in the West, right?
hell no.
So that's a spot right there. It's tough. Like the West is just a bloodbath. With all this said, Fox, even if these guys don't make it, they're still all stars. Like,
Right. So it's just
I don't know. I saw a graphic earlier. It looked like coaches and media already voted Fox and Sabonis in. Nah.
no.
Booker has missed 10 games this year. So I just showed you guys the same thing. So
Fox
he's
is missing
played.
8.
Yeah, he's played one more game. I thought that was the advantage, and I'm wrong. So it's been one more game.
No, because Fox missed the 6 in the beginning. Remember?
I don't want Fox to make it last year, then set Fox into the red. Why do people say the reason last year? That was when he was having this kid, but it's not like you're doing much anyway. Like you're resting, you're just having a good time. Yes, you're traveling, but there's not much. Like you're not practicing. See what I'm saying? Like it's not. Yeah, no. Inside the NBA guys, except Booker was blocking Fox from getting in. All 4 guys picked, and Barkley and Kenny Smith have Fox in. Kenny and Shaq have Booker in the game. So that's what I'm saying. So like it's gonna come down between Booker and
Yeah.
Fox, which
Kenny was saying today, he was like, when he was breaking Fox's game down, he's like, it's tough. Like Fox is an all star, but it's just whether he gets the nod or not.
damn. That's
Like
interesting.
the front court is easier to make it. The guards are just tough in the West.
I think if Fox has 29, 30, like
This
from now
road
to
trip will tell the story. To be honest,
right, like if he
he did slip because he was averaging 31 and a half.
yeah, if he's averaging 31 and a half, if you vote Booker over him, stop
We have a
watching
serious-
basketball,
Please.
please. And we're only discussing this because he had a little slip. See what I'm saying?
There
Like,
was like 5 games where he didn't even get 20. That was why.
and honestly, we can have a discussion that Fox makes over Booker and PG, and then Booker gets it over PG. Like, it's not crazy
the
to
only
like say
reason
that.
PG makes it is because he's a forward.
Right. So say Sabonis makes it over PG. All of a sudden, now PG is competing against Booker and Fox. Now he has no chance. See what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I thought Fox should have made over Paul George last year.
it all depends. If Sabonis gets the nod, Fox has a better chance. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So, no, I'm crazy. I mean, he went crazy after he didn't make it at first. Then he showed the league. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying now. So that's where we're at, y'all. We're at if Sabonis gets the nod over Paul George, which is gonna be tough just because the Clippers have been good since their little debacle, and now they've been good, to some people. I still think they're not that good, but that's just me. We think Paul will get the nod.
What if there's no way Harden has a chance, right?
Hell no.
Okay.
If he has a chance, then all this goes to shit. Can you imagine if he made the game?
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't just completely rule it out.
Yeah, you're right.
He's averaging like 20, 10, and 5.
That's crazy. That is crazy. But Fox, man, he's back. He's back. Let's put that into existence. He's shooting 40% from 3, 39, same difference. If his EFG is 54%, which is good. It's gonna be interesting, bro. He has a real chance though, even with this slip. But if he just starts averaging 29 and above from here on out, he's making the game.
This road trip, yeah, he averages above 27. I mean, this road trip is, well, like I said, it's next 2 weeks, but the Kings are on a road trip. That's huge. So he does what he did tonight. You can't keep him off.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts?
No, just continue this momentum on this road trip and Hopefully, we get some action by the time the Kings come home for that deadline.
Harden 17, 8, and 5.
Yeah, but look since the Clippers though.
Yeah. So that's going to do it, y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. We talked All-Stars. We talked some trades. We put on the GM cap today. Hopefully some of this stuff happens. I think if it does happen, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be the Kings are going to make the Western Conference Finals with Moody, Wiggins, Isaac, Gabe. That's a haul of new players, new egos to fix. I'm glad I'm not the coach. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This road trip's gonna be everything. This road trip's gonna be everything for Foxy. Sabonis is a lock, 1,000% is a lock. Like no matter whether he's the last two spots or if you put him in the front court, he's a lock. Other than that, though, thank you guys. We appreciate it. When's the next game?
Thursday or Friday. Or no, Saturday, my bad.
Saturday.
Mavericks. We're catching the Mavericks on a second night of back to back.
God, if they don't beat that team, I'm going to be pissed.
They already beat them once.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.